Hi everyone, it's Liz from Crafting with Nani. How is everybody's Monday going? You see that red live button, that means we're live. And if it's not, then you're watching a replay. So if you can do the hashtag replay, it'll let me know that you stopped by and I can see your comments. I'm just finding myself on my laptop and I'm going to share myself out if I can. Still all new, this sharing stuff. So I think I can share there. And I think I can share into there. So how was everybody's weekend? Did everybody have a good weekend? Anybody? Hi, Deborah, how are you? You get the hand clap today for being the first one I see. Thank you for coming in. How is your Monday going? Did you have a good weekend? I have some happy mail I wanted to open up first. We're going to be working on the ranch journal again. It's all in my little bin here. And hi, Penny, how are you this morning? And so if Carol Stenson jumps in, we can go back and show her. But I wanted to see if there was maybe anything in here. Oh, good. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Hi, Penny. So I just wanted to see if there was anything that we can incorporate into this ranch journal that we're doing. So, and I don't like to have people's addresses on, so I'm just going to keep that flipped down. It looks like most of it's Valentine, which is good because I got some Valentine projects coming up. Isn't that pretty? So that's pretty paper she's got. What gorgeous paper. I have a whole bunch of stuff I can do with this. This is for sure. I have a couple of Valentine events coming up, and this will be perfect for that. Not so much in the ranch journal, but absolutely amazing in the Valentine's journals I'm going to be in. Now this blue one, now this reminds me of the old, very old mattresses. I'm going to put it up. It's almost that blue lined. It's probably not intended to be that, but when I see it, I see that old mattress with, this is what, hi Crystal, how are you? Hi Tracy, thank you for coming in. Hi Sharon, thank you for coming on in. So I'm gonna keep this one out. We'll see if we can incorporate that somewhere. So I'm just like going through some of the stuff that she sent. I opened it, but I didn't look inside. Well, I can't say I didn't look inside. I kind of peeked a little bit. Let's get real. Oh, look at that pink one. Lots of pink. Lots of pink. So, okay, so we can put this away and it definitely will, oh, look at this. It will definitely come in handy for the journal that I'm going to be working on, or the projects I'm going to be working on real soon. But let's put those away. This was, I think, one of the papers that I snuck out a little bit to see if it was. And Hi Crafty Art by Camille. Thank you for coming in. So we have that. So that's some of the papers that we might incorporate. So I really haven't done much to this because I told you guys I would wait for today. I got this bag from the Messy Craft Corner, and I thought it's kind of really, these cute horses. So I might, we might cut out some of this bag and use it. I don't know. I mean, it kind of goes through that theme. Now, the only thing I did do, and I told you I was going to do it, was I took some of my saddle soap and I put it on here. Hi, Carol. Thank you. Happy Monday to you, too. Blue ticking. Yeah, that's what they used to make with the mattresses, I think, back. Well, at least when I was a kid, they were already using it. So, but anyways, remember this had some yellow, orange, yellow writing on it. I took some of my saddle soap, and I was able to just get that writing off. So I'm super happy that was off. So I just have some papers here and some printouts that I have, and Tim Holt's little girl that's sitting in here. And then I've been going through my grandma's button box since I was a little girl. She had a wooden button in there, and it I think it came off like a pea coat or, you know, like a coat, because it looked like it was, almost looked like a football shape, but not as wide as a football. And I'm just checking it. Hi, Carol. See, I opened your stuff. Did you get to see it? Or do I need to go back and show you? But anyways, I couldn't find that button. But I did find a metal button that my grandma had in her box. And it has the kind that you can feed through. So this was a piece of that leather that we cut off of the book, you know, to straighten it out. And I fed that through it. And I'm thinking that this might be our closure. So I might sew it onto the book and then wrap it up and do that. But I haven't, you know, haven't made up my 100% mind yet on that. But it is a metal button. It's very old. I think it's kind of neat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did open it, and we're gonna use, I think, this ticking paper, the blue ticking paper, and we might use this other paper that you sent. So those are the two options out of it. The rest of it will get used in my Valentine's stuff, though. It's really pretty. So let's just unload this box. They warned me about marrying an older person when I was young. I didn't believe them. But now I say, okay, I believe. I believe. He has got this house so hot. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. So anyways, we have some tags and just some fun stuff in here. I'm just going to kind of set it back on I craft in my craft room is also my guest bedroom. So there's a bed right here. And I think I'll just set this back over there because it doesn't fit on my table, unfortunately, when we're working. And we'll get that going. And we'll bring over. Now, I know when I watch my replay, I ask you, do you want me to move the camera down? And you guys, I didn't even look up to see if you guys were saying yes until like halfway through. So I know now I'm going to move the camera down a little bit more. Hi, Deborah. How are you? So there we go. Now, I'm going to look for a minute and see if you guys want me to move it down even farther. So I'm just going to sit here and read comments. Hi, Lori. How are you? I think it will look good on the background of one of the papers, Carol. Thank you so much. Hi, Tracy. How are you? I'm just going to take another peek over here and see if I've missed anybody hopping in. Hi, Crystal. How are you? Hi, Mary. See, I didn't see you hop on, so there you go. Hi, Mary. So I'm not seeing anybody say yet that they want the camera moved down even more. So I'm going to start, and then if you guys decide, I'll try and remember to look up more. So I haven't done, like I said, I haven't done anything. All I did was fussy cut some stuff out to put in here. So we're just going to start. Thank you for kicking out our cow patties. Thank you so much, Teresa. So anybody's heard from Sue today? I haven't heard from her. So I thought maybe she'd go on, but she must have had to go to the doctor's. So this is already a kind of a little chunky as it is. Now, if I was really using it for like a man's thing, we wouldn't be adding all the good stuff. We're making a junk journal. Let's get real. We're really making a junk journal. So it's okay that it's going to be chunky. And we got that beautiful rice paper. And about the only thing I'm going to do with rice paper is to kind of dance it up a little bit, you know, kind of deal. And I do have a lot of Tim Holtz. I kind of went on the Tim Holtz buy, and I got some more dolls. And I do have a container of Tinies that I put. I kind of separated them. So I think I'm just going to set these guys out here on the desk, and we'll pick, because I kind of like using them when I can, if they look appropriate to the age, you know, kind of deal. So I put the little ones in this little 10, and we'll see what we can find. Now, I like her. but she's got a little suitcase in her hand like she's going somewhere. So I'm not sure if that'll work, but I got this man. I got these ladies. I wish he had a farm, like a ranch, paper dolls, but he really doesn't. I like her, so I think we'll use her. And she looks like she works on a ranch, or her daddy owns one, or whatever. Oh boy, I'm already sweating. I actually like him, and he might go in here. I don't know. He is kind of cool. Maybe he's like the mayor of the town. We got to name our town. I mean, I live in Merkel. That's a pretty cute town name, but so I'm not sure if that's. Oh, I wanted to do it on this page anyway. So what the heck? I kind of like him on there, and then she could kind of be tucked in the back. And then I actually like this young lad right here. He's fun. Thank you for kicking out our cow patties. We have a lot. And we can put him behind him too. Like he is their dad and the mayor of the town. So I like that. Let me get my hand over here to help me hold this down. And I do want to put a little bit of, this is the cheesecloth that I make, and this is the color that it came out this last time. And we will be having a little sale on Thursday. So this will be available. And I'm not going to put a lot of lace in here because it is kind of thick, but this cheesecloth might be really cute. Like maybe he, you know, this is from the cotton factories and this is what they made. And we're just layering, we're just having fun now. We're just making it pretty. So can everybody see okay? So I can start gluing on. And since I am using rice paper, I am going to use, I think I'll use the fabric tack just for the, we'll see. I'm almost afraid it's going to be too thick and go through, but I'm just going to put a little bit of fabric tack right here just to hold the cheesecloth down. And but did everybody have a good weekend? How's everybody's weather? Hi, Sue. There you are. You didn't go on live today that I could see. I was looking for you. But we had some cool weather. Wasn't that cold though. I did have to, well, I'll take it back. I did have to blanket my horse because it dropped down. And I'm just sticking him down. I know I'm layering it, but I wanted him down first, and then I'm going to stick this little kid underneath him. But we're supposed to get snow on Friday, so we'll see if it happens. And then I won't be jealous anymore of everybody else's snow. Hopefully I'll be able to go out and play in it. You're not late. We just started. I was just showing a happy mail that I got, and then this is the first page that we're starting to decorate. So just got a little bit of extra glue there I'm wiping off. I might put a button here. I might. I went through that button box trying to find the buttons, and I had the most itty bitty teeny tiny weeny button there was. And I put it back in the box. I should have left it out. But here's a brown button. So maybe we'll add this brown button up here too. So let's put her back here. She looks like she's kind of sitting, so I want to maybe set her up a little bit. Kind of like maybe she's sitting on a hay bale or something. So let's get some glue on. Oh, that was a good catch. I caught that. Sign me up for baseball. So I don't know if you guys saw the post. I posted my great-grandson broke his leg playing on trampoline. He's all upset because he's not going to be able to play basketball this season. And we're hoping that he gets all better in time to be able to play football. So that's why I asked people to say their prayers for football. Now this is that string that came from when I was dyeing some other stuff. And this is what we sewed in with. So I'm just going to see if I can thread this through this button here. So it'll have some thread through it. And I like that one. It actually doesn't. You don't have to have a needle. And then I think I'll just tie a knot so it won't come out. I just got some really cute papers from Carol Sue that are from like Valentine's Day. It was really pretty papers, pinks, and all kinds of cute papers that we'll use in Valentine's that's coming up. It don't really go with this journal, but it definitely goes with the journals, the projects I'll be working on. So I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to leave it hanging down. Give me your hand. You were helping me. You're a helping hand. And let's get some glue on the back of this button. And we'll have to name our mayor someday. Jethro. Jethro always reminds me of an old name. Jethro Billy Bob. No. I'm just going to trim that down. And I save those little strings because we can use it later. But I'm pulling it off. So I need to let it sit for a minute. So that's super cute. And that kind of just is opening up our story for this book. Mayor and his kids. And it is sticking a little bit, so that's what I was afraid of, that it was going to stick. That's all right. We are going to put something on this paper, and then that'll dry over there. So I have all kinds of printables that Lisa Siegel has been making and sending me, and then I have some papers that I've gotten from Timu. Hi, Linda Martin. How are you? And then I've got some really cute cotton bale sales count. And I think that'll be really cute right there. And I think we'll make that a tuck spot. And I'm just going to distress it even more. I printed it out. My husband printed it out. I had this paper. Let me see if I can get it out for you so you can see what I'm using. Where are you? So where are you, paper? Oh, where is it? Where did the paper go? Okay, so this paper is just manila drawing paper. So it is 8-inch, or it's 9 inches by 12 inches long. So I did have to trim it so it would fit in the printer, but it's that beautiful manila color, you know, that yellowish brown color. It printed really nicely in the printer. Like I said, I had to trim it down to 8.5 wide, and it's really neat. So I think I am going to use Vintage Photo. And then maybe some Scorched Ember. We'll see. We'll play with those two colors. And let's see. I used to have a little... We'll use the back side of this paper here. So I'm not getting it everywhere. Oh, my desk is piling up. So I just want to distress it even more. Hi, Anne. Thank you for coming in. How are you today? How was your weekend? Hi, Deborah. How are you? Thank you for coming in. You see my puppy dog? Yeah, which one? They're both there. The little one is named Emma, and she's a monster dog. She's just she thinks she's a people. That's her problem. And then the other one's name is Grover. Grover Hines, actually, is his legal name because he's a registered standard poodle. And so his name is Grover's Party, I think, a Grover Hines Party. I don't know. I have to get his paperwork out to see what it... He's a party poodle, so I had party in there. I like that. That really toned down, even though that's old, you know, it's that yellow paper. Just dressing it a little bit helped make it look like it's even more aged. And I could wrinkle it and, you know, put it back on. It's already going on a wrinkled paper anyway. So I think what we'll do is we will, since we already got glue right here and here anyways, I think I'm just going to make it as a tuck spot. Ooh, I got to cover that glue bottle. It's got some drippies coming. So, hi, Julie. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for kicking out my cow patties. Hi, Judy Moore. How are you today? Their names are adorable. Thank you. Well, I wanted my daughter, her name was supposed to be Emily, and it was going to be EMA-LEE. And it's a family, my mom's best friend when she was growing up. Her name was Emma, and I was naming her after her, and her dad said nope. And he ran down, back in the day, he ran down and made her, he filled out her birth certificate before I could get out of the bed, and he named her Wendy Lee instead. So I always wanted Emma. And then I was waiting for granddaughters to be born, and none of them became Emma. I waited and waited and waited, and then I was hoping to get some great grandkids named Emma. And then when my daughter gave me, after my St. Bernard passed away, my daughter and my granddaughters got me her. And they said, we named her Emma, so you quit asking us to have children named that. Okay, so we named her Emma. That's how Emma got her name. And Grover got his name because when I was raised, when my kids were little, we had a milkman. And my milkman's name was Grover Hines. And I've always loved the name. I never saw him. He always came like at 4 o'clock in the morning. I never saw the man. I couldn't tell you what he looked like. But he always left milk on my doorstep, and it always said Grover Hines. I'm like, oh, no. So I named my dog after him. So I like that. That's so cute. And this was from Lisa Siegel, and it's like the cotton bales that are keeping track of how much they're selling. And boy, this guy made some money because he made $6,750 back in October. He had 225 bales. Ooh, that's a lot of money back in it. He was a rich person. No wonder this guy looks like this. Look how much cotton he's sold. He is rich. Now, in our town, we live out in the boonies, and around us are cotton fields everywhere, and it's cotton picking time, so they're all out baling cotton. And there's a lot left over on the sides of the roads, and I am really tempted to take a bag and go get me some cotton off the road, and then I'm going to see if I can dye it and sell it. No, but I'm just like, I feel weird stopping and picking up their cotton, but hey, it's on the road, right? It should be okay for me to do. So I just have a stack full of ephemera that I've collected and stuff. This came out of my feed bag. We can make like a cute belly band with this. We can make a side tuck with it over here and have it as a side pocket, which it looks like it would be a lot cuter that way. Let me see if I can get these pink and shears out. Don't tell Grandma I'm using the pink and shears on this. No. But I'm just going to trim it down because it's too big for this paper. And this is a woven feed bag. So the texture on it is, you can see that it's woven. It's really neat. And so that'll make a great pocket right there. And then we can have like a tuck. So, hi Roberta, how are you? Hi Beverly, thank you for coming. Oh, that's Bev. Hi Bev, I call you Beverly. That's what everybody, my mother-in-law used to call me, was Beverly. But that was my husband's first wife. So I am going to use fabric tack because this is kind of like, I don't know what you would call it. Plastic almost feels like. It's probably old tires that they made. But anyways, I think it would work better with the fabric tack. So we're just going to put this down on this brown paper. And we'll make a little pocket right there. And that's cute. And I'll go back in and add stuff to the pockets after we're done. It's kind of hard to work, you know, filling the pockets up and then being able to turn the pages and all that kind of stuff. So I'm loving that. And this looks like, you know, something, like a woven something. So let's find something to put here. And this is one of our chickens. So I might add that. Like I said, I always try to incorporate something from our ranch into the book. Somewhere, somehow, some way. And I don't know if you guys can see this little pile that I have here. And these are all from Lisa Siegel's from Greenwich Roots Digital Designs. Man, I'm telling you, me love me a cowboy. So we might add this cowboy, or one of these cowboys here. Now the only problem I have is, and I know, so don't anybody tell me, they didn't have color cameras back then. So I mean, I'm trying to keep it like in the 1800s, but since I didn't print this in black and white, we do have some color stuff in here. So that really is going to look nice on there. And this is his horse over here. Him and I, we're going to go two-stepping. No. I'm just joking. I'm married. I know I'm married. But, I'm trying to see if I want to, I think I do want to just trim this up a little bit. Like, I should get my fancy other scissors out and not be using Grandma's pinking shears, right? But I have two of them, and actually this one might be, oh, this is Grandma's. The other one I think has my mother-in-law's name on it. She had it stamped on it. But this will be cute in here. This needs oiling, actually. The scissors are very tight. I just made confetti on my desk. So that's going to look really gorgeous there. And everybody needs a cowboy in their life, right? Everybody. Save a house or horse, get a cowboy, right? So what is everybody? Hi, Yvette. How are you? Thank you for coming in. You're doing good, Julie. That's good. That's good. So, has anybody got plans for the rest of the day? I have Bible study tonight. And I love going. I don't love leaving in the dark to go. I wish it was earlier. Or I wish it was. I'm just going to go ahead and take this across it just to take the shine off of the paper to make it look like it's, you know, aged. Grunging it up, as they say, I guess. I don't know. I really can't even tell. You can tell over here, but you can't tell on the paper very much that I put anything on it. And man, oh man, they don't make cowboys like this anymore. No, I've seen a few. He was a professional cowboy? Yeah. My grandson's a cowboy. He don't look like this, though. He's trying to look like it, but he don't look like it. He right now, he's only 20. He's kind of a skinny bean, but he's a cowboy. He takes care of all of our cattle. He trains horses, and sometimes I actually put a picture of him in the journal. So sometimes You don't know it, but sometimes I do it. So I'm liking that. Actually, I'm loving it. Not just liking it, I'm loving it. So we've got, we got a couple of pages already done. So we've got this. I'm just trying to tell whether or not it's dry now, and it feels dry, so I think we're safe on moving it over. So we got our opening. We got Mr. Mayor, who's made a bundle selling his cotton. And we got our cowboy and his horse. And we could put a little piece of leather coming down out of his hand. But you know, it's like, if we start doing this right now, before we get down here, it might be so fat that I can't even get that button around it. So we're gonna wait on it. He's a baby cowboy at 20, he sure is. And first time he really got on a horse was when we moved here. We were probably here, a few months, and then he decided he wanted, now his sisters, you know, they had been riding, you know, his one sister does reining horses, you know, kind of deal. And I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's kind of like, the horses, you know, going after the cattle, but you're not really, no cattle is involved because it's just acting like it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this one in front of it and give me a mark to where I need to cut this down. And thank you, Deborah. This journal will be up for sale. And all you have to do is put in the comments sold. And or message me. And I'm going to be asking $65 for it. But that'll include your shipping. And we're going to go ahead and use this because you can see it on there. I've got to get my other scissors out so I don't ruin Grandma's pinking shears. This is gorgeous. So I am going to distress behind it because where I did the pinking shears, you're going to be able to see this white paper, and we don't want to do that. Hey, Petro, how is your area doing? Are you guys warm or cold or? We're warm and cold. Okay, let's distress the horsies. I love this paint. I like a brown and white paint horse more than I do a black and white paint. I think I'll do at least this side of it, because this side is, I could take my fingers and just, as Anne would do, just kind of tear it up a little bit so it's not so straight edged. I don't want to take too much of this horse. So I'm just using my little tiny fingernail here that I don't have much of. And I'm just tattering it so it doesn't look so straight like it was cut. But what is your guys' favorite color horse? I have a Mustang, and he's kind of reddish half of the year, and the other half of the year, when it gets summertime, he kind of buckskins out a little bit. But he's mostly in the browns and red colors. If you had a horse, hi Jimmy Lou, how are you? If you had a horse, what color would you want your horse to be? You know, every girl has imaginary. She's always wanted a horse. Usually most girls have wanted a horse when they were little. I always wanted Santa to bring them a pony, right? That's how my horse got his name, is because when I was a kid, I had an imaginary horse named Johnny. And when I got my horse, I named him Johnny. Because he was. So that's how my horse got his name. I might add a picture of him in here too before we get done. So I am just kind of, you know, making this paper look like it's not brand new paper. we'll get this over. Hi, Angie. How are you? I did use the, oh, you would have a dark brown quarter horse. Hey, good choice. Good choice. Mine is a Mustang. He's a mixed Mustang. And he's got a little bit too much Mustang in him. He's almost 25 years old. And he still acts like he's a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old. So I'm just putting this, and I'm not making it a pocket or anything. I am thinking of, I'm going to scoot it over just a tad bit. And I am thinking of adding a little bit of, and actually I think this is the piece that we're getting all of this from. I think we'll add a little bit of that webbing or down. Or maybe I will just use, I have a whole bunch of fun right here. So we might just add a little snippet of this fun. This is a piece here. Oh, it does not want to cut. And I think we'll just add this to the side here. And I don't want, we're not going to put anything on the coffee paper, so I think we'll be okay with it being there. And I think, see how it's separated right there? And I think that's fun. And we'll add that in. So I'm going to get my little bit of fabric tack. Mostly brown with white spots. That's a neat horse, Missy. Yeah, my daughter always wanted to paint, so she got herself a paint. And that's the paint that ended up breaking my horse's jaw. Because he had his mouth where it didn't belong. So paints can be a little bit, well, most mares can be a little bit, you know, saying get yourself out of there. So we have that, and I like that. I love this page. So we've gotten quite a bit of cowboys and horses in here. We're going to have to, like I said, I'm not really going to put anything on this. It's just kind of a, maybe we'll do something later around it. We've got this really neat paper from Tim Holtz. It's like a glassine paper. So I'm not sure what we're going to use on it, but we will find something to put there. We have this really beautiful ranch right here that we could make into a pocket. So let's trim that up. I'm going to get my trimmer board here. Welcome, Amy, to one of the best junk journals on Facebook. Are you saying that about me? Jimmy Woo? Have you lost your marbles? No. But hi, Amy. Thank you for coming in. It's your first time? Wow. My name is Liz. We live on a ranch in West Texas. We have cattle out here right outside my door, right there. And we have horses and pigs and chickens and turkeys. And we have 4 generations that live on the ranch. And I love it. I'm living my childhood dream. I do have a lot of white on the top here, so we're just going to really get that off of there. And actually, I should notch it so it looks like a pocket. How's that? Let me get my notcher here out. And then we'll just dress it again. But thank you. I hope you, if you like what you're seeing, I hope you do hit the follow button. And follow. I do try to go on Mondays and Fridays at 2 o'clock. I like to do my, I'm going to do this way so it looks more even. And I like to come on at 2 o'clock Central Time on Mondays and Fridays. Those are my set times pretty much. And then on Thursdays, I sometimes have red dirt lace, like this lace here. I dye it from the red dirt that's on the ranch. And we sell that on Thursday mornings. And then whenever I'm in an event, I, you know, post when I'm in events and stuff like that. But I'm trying to stay busy. Like I said, the ranch, you know, my ranch chores come first. But I do love meeting new people. Hi, Karen. How are you? Hi, Crystal. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Stacy. How are you? I do see you. So is everybody okay with the camera being, like I said, I got new phone, so I can give everybody hearts. Ooh, there's your hearts, everybody. And I got a new tripod for it, so I'm still kind of playing with the positions. Mustangs are beautiful. Yes, they are. Mine's not tattooed because he's not a full-blooded. I'm not even sure if his mom was Mustang or if his dad was Mustang. But I got him from a girlfriend's daughter, and she traded her racehorse for him as a 2-year. He was just a baby, and then she decided, she grew up and had babies, and I ended up with her horse. And so he doesn't have a, you know, all Mustangs, 100% Mustangs now are tattooed, but he doesn't have a tattoo because he's not a full-blooded. Let's see. Am I rescheduling a whatnot sale? I had my whatnot sale. I posted it that I was going to have another whatnot sale, and then for some reason it disappeared. So I'm going to have to get with Jimmy Lou and find out what happened. And then all my inventory went away. So I am doing a Thursday sale here, and then I am going to schedule another whatnot sale, but I haven't picked the date yet because we've got a lot of events coming up, and I'll let you guys all know when I do. So we have a nice cute pocket here, and like I said, we'll fill our pockets later. But that turned out really cute, and I love that house, that barn. We actually have a windmill just like this in the front of our house, just like this. We have one on the ranch. There's actually, I think, 3 on the ranch. But we have one in front of our property that looks just like it, and it still works. And hey, hey, hey. I love to say hey, hey. But I always write it H-A-Y, like the hay, because I have a truck full of hay right now. I gotta go unload. Anybody want to come over and help me unload my hay? And this is an old, well, it's not old, it's new, but it came out of a book I got from Temu last year. And it's like an old note, and I'm not sure if like an old postcard. I'm not sure if I want to incorporate that yet. And this came from the city drugstore, and it is a little tall. But I think we can snip down the bottom, and we can make it into a pocket. So let me cut the bottom of it off. This guy bought alcohol, T-I alcohol. I don't know what that was, but it's 25 cents. And Peter something book. I love reading what these papers say on them sometimes. It was the city drugstore. This guy that, this mayor that we have in our book that the story's becoming is, he's quite the entrepreneur, isn't he? He's got like, he's got all the cotton he's made, and he's got all the good stuff. Hi, Jamie. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. You said you were, but I sure hope you are feeling better. Dream Pest in Ireland. Are you from Ireland? Studios from Ireland? Barb? That's cool. My daughter's actually going to go to Ireland. Oh, no, she was already in Ireland. They love to travel. I love to travel too, but now that their kids are older and they all have kids, or they're having kids, I don't get to go anymore, like to be the babysitter. So my traveling days are kind of minimal. So I like that. I think it'll be a cute little pocket for this side. And it's just got all the cute fun stuff. And we can add something on the bottom. I did get this from Jimmy Lou, It's a gorgeous color. And I think we might incorporate this in here somewhere, but not on this page. So let's see. I have some of the red dirt paper that I made. And we can add that, and we can have a pocket on top of a pocket. And this is my red dirt stuff here too. So that's what we're going to do. So let's just glue up 3 sides of this. And I'm using art glitter glue. I got these little bottles from Amazon. When I was ordering my art glitter glue, you know how like when you order from Amazon, sometimes it'll come up and say, so-and-so bought this with this. And so-and-so bought these bottles with it. So I said, well, if so-and-so bought it, I should buy it too. So I bought it. And I like it. I like the bottle. The only thing is this gets in the way sometimes, so you have to make sure you put your hand on it and stuff. But I do like it. It is a little bit of a little bear to, it comes with a little funnel, so it's always fun to refill. So on this one here, let me get rid of this white on it by just distressing it with this brown. And this is the red dirt that I make papers with from the ranch, and this is a little bit of a heavy-handed one. But I do love playing in the mud here. We have some beautiful red dirt on the ranch, and I always make sure that it doesn't have any cow patties. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Thank you for coming in today. So what is everybody's plans for the week? Does anybody have any good plans? Are we going, anybody doing a good live or anything fun? Doing any events? I am in an event this week. I'm in 2 events this week, actually. I think I would have it here so I could tell you. I'm in an event on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. So I'll be on then. And then I am in an event, I believe it's 6 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturday. And so I have 2 events coming up this week. I like this, this girl here. I'm just trying to see if I have a little bit bigger one in my stack. I have, like I said, these printables came from Lisa Siegel from Vintage Roots. They're all free. She does a really nice job. I like this one with her ponytails. So now I have to decide who I like best for this page. And even though this is very straight, let's do that finger notching thing again, because my scissors are buried on the bottom of the stack over here. But I see a lot of people that have pages, so is anybody doing any great events this week that I can watch while I work? I still work. I don't really work, if you want to call it work. I go sit at my daughter's store. She has a little little children's boutique store in our little tiny town, and I go sit there 3 days a week for a couple hours. So it's not really what you would call working. So I get bored and I watch Facebook. And I watch like Sue, she has a page, and I watch her. And I get really upset when she doesn't come on, because then I have to figure out what to do that hour. And then Jimmy Lou usually comes on from the Messy Craft Corner. She usually comes on when I get off work, and then I have to, like, depending on what day it is, I have to start her, and then I have to drive home real quick, and then I have to finish watching her after I get back home. And then instead of me paying my electric bill, my daughter pays my electric bill for me working. And that's a pretty good trade out, I think. So we're just going to put this lady on. And I do like to keep my lives at about an hour, so it's easy to upload and download and all the good stuff. And there's so many people out there that are crafting, you know. Got to share the day with them. So I like her. I think I'll put her in here. And then we can find some really fun, oh, she might look, let's see if we can cut down. Let's see if we can, I'm going to just see, hopefully this wasn't for an event, because I didn't, I'm just going to chop this up and we'll put a little bit, it's a little bit too, well, if I put it that way, it'll fit. So let's put that on that way, and then we'll put her on top of it. That'll be cute. You're hoping on an event on Saturday for the Crafty Bunch? Oh, cool. I have a page. It's called Liz's Crafty Friends. You can post, share in there. It's for sharing your events if you want. I watch the Crafty Bunch too. You'll have to let me know what time you're on. As long as you're not on exactly the same time I'm on, I can watch you. If not, I'll just watch you. I can watch you afterwards, or be, on a replay, because it's yours is I'll be mine theme. I think the one event that we're in, Jamie's in it too. One is Winter Flowers, and I think that's the Saturday one. And then Wednesday night, it doesn't really have a theme. We just were pulled, like a couple of things was pulled for us to do. And so we each have different items. And I think Sue's even on that one. She's going to be on it too. That's Wednesday. So I'm liking that there. I'm almost thinking we need a little bit something else under her though. I'm thinking this fuzz from this, just to soften her up, and it's stuck to me. It is stuck. Stuck. So I like that. It softens her edge up a little bit. So since we have fabric going to fabric, hi Carol. You got you a hand? Awesome. Is it helping you? I like mine. Mine helps me a lot. It really helps hold down the page. So I'm just going to stick this stuff onto the fabric, or onto that fabric tack, and then stick it all down. We'll stick it all down at once. Get that out of you guys' way. And I am loving this book. And this is sticking to the page next door, which is fine. So we have a place to journal on the back, and actually this card was put in upside down, so what are we going to do? We can cover it up by putting this on here. How's that? And then nobody will know that it was upside down. I like that idea. Nobody needs to know that the red line is on the bottom. See how easy it is to fix something? Oh yeah, it's called Craft Go. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie's my monitor, especially like if I'm doing sales and stuff. Ooh, I have this page too. Oh no, that's got the red lines on it too. Oh, we can make a belly band out of that though. Okay, so let's put this. Look at me go. I just do this, I'll just do that. That's how my brain works though. It's like, okay, now we can do this and make a belly band, and that'll be cute. So let's do that. And this next page is from my pharmacy, and I really love that. So I always try to incorporate the bags from our pharmacy into it. And then I'm looking on my table here to see if I have something that we can go across. And here is like an old stamp. And I'm thinking this old stamp, I'm going to just put it sideways here. So let's fussy that up. And somebody said, oh, you just ruined a $200,000 stamp. No. If this was a real stamp, I would be like, oh, that would be my luck. That would be my luck. It does have a number on the back. It says 3827. So somebody used it as a note. Just making sure my numbers are going the right way. And I think I'll just put the glue right here, because I don't want it to go over the sides. And, let's see. Hi, Amy. Thank you for coming in. You're new to junk journaling, so what do you suggest I follow? Well, there are a lot of them out there. The lady that, Jamie, up front of you, she has a page called Craft Time with Jamie too. And even on Wednesday night, she does a really nice job of teaching everybody something new. So I suggest her. I suggest definitely going to the Messy Craft Corner. She is a teacher of great. She has a book, like a journaling class, which I take. It's called Bookmakers 2.0. And it's a very inexpensive class. And it every Tuesday night it meets. And you'll learn a lot of stuff. Like a lot of the ladies that are on here are in Jimmy Lou's class. So are you just new to journaling or just learning junk journaling? Sue B Designs, she comes on at 2 o'clock Eastern time almost every day. She didn't come on today, but she is a true junk journaler, like junk journal. So you can watch her. A couple of the others that I learned a lot from are not so much just journaling anymore. They do a lot of other stuff. So like Dina from, what is Dina's page name? I got Live Brain. I want to use this horse, so I think I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Let's not put it right here. Let's go ahead. How much time do we have? We have 3 minutes, so let me find a page real quick to put this on. We can skip around. Ooh, it does go good with that page there. So I'm just going to, what is Dina's page? She does do some journaling, but she does a lot of other stuff now. But yeah, Subi Designs is a good one to watch because she really is a junk journal. Anne's got a page. Anne does amazing. Anne's what's your page name? That's why you guys should come in under your page name. Anne's, I know it because she's in some stuff with me. So Hanging with Mama Hall you can watch. My Artful Adventures you can watch. Of course, me, that would be good. I can promote myself. Like I said, I'm on Mondays and Fridays at 2 o'clock Central Time. And then I do events at the other times. Anne, what is Anne's Creations or something like that? She really has some most beautiful, like, antique papers that she, like, everything she uses is, like, very old. I love it. She does it Saturday mornings, like at 9 o'clock. Well, it comes on at my time, and I'm Central Time at 9 o'clock, so I'm not quite sure. Yes, the Messy Craft Corner has a great beginner's class. And then she does have the Junk Journaling Jamboree, you know, like the classes. So, and Jimmy Lou will be on right after me. So it's called the Messy Craft Corner. So you can watch her and see how you like her. We all take classes from her, pretty much. So she is one. I'm just wondering if I wanted to snip this or just put it all the way on. That's why I'm kind of hesitating. I think I'm going to punch it and have it as a pocket. So I am going to just snip it with my scissors, and then we'll notch it. You're in Virginia? Okay. We had a retreat in Virginia. Got to meet some of these ladies. That was really fun. From Jimmy Lou is in Pennsylvania. So I think you would really like the Messy Craft Corner. Her name is Jimmy Lou. That's why I said it. And like I said, she'll be on right after me, I think, today. And her husband's name is Larry, and they're a great team. So I really do promote her. I do promote tater bugging. She doesn't always do, she does a lot of things. She paints, she does a lot of stuff, but she does do some journaling. So I pretty much have named all the people I know. Anne's creative and shares. There we go. She is wonderful. I always have my Saturday coffee watching Anne. And Linda's in West Virginia. Oh, I know. Virginia and West Virginia are two different states. I keep forgetting that. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bad on me. Bad on me. Okay, so I am at my 3 o'clock, so I'm going to just bring the camera back up a little bit. And we will continue this journey. Whoa. Hold your seatbelts. We'll continue this. Oh, somebody sent stars, I think. I don't know. I didn't see it, but if you did, thank you so much for the stars. Here's your hearts again. I only took a new phone. Let's see, I can do this, I think. Woo! This is so fun. I could just sit here for an hour and do all that kind of stuff. We can do the peace signs, I think. Oh, that one does that. And then there's balloons. I know this one does balloons, if it'll do it. Maybe not. Maybe it's not going to do the balloons. There's the balloons. Anyways, we did them all. No. It doesn't take much to make me happy, right? So anyways, I'm going to get off of here because Jimmy Lou's coming on. I want to thank everybody for coming on and watching me today. And don't forget, Wednesday night, come and see. We're going to do something really fun on Wednesday night. I'm not sure if we'll incorporate it in this book. Maybe we might incorporate it into this book. So I will talk to everybody. I'll see everybody on everybody else's pages. Have a good week. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks for crafting with Nani. I always forget to say that.